this immediately correctly ruled as a slip of pushdown by referee Chris Young. We might be done on that right now.
Hey there, Bare Knuckle News fans. Susan Singari here with a big winner tonight, Bobby B3 Henry. Bobby, what a fight. Break it down for us, sir.
You know, it was in the second round, about 34 seconds in. You know, I got the job done. I already knew he was like an MMA guy, and I knew I had to put pressure on him just a little bit, because I knew he would probably try to get in there and grapple and stuff like that. I knew I had the skills, the bucks on the outside, and I just knew he was going to rush his way in, and I knew the shot, the right hand or left hook, whatever the shot may be, I knew I was going to land it.
So you were very confident going in there. Did you prepare differently for him as an opponent this time in training camp?
I definitely prepare a lot different, because my last fight, from y'all seen, I only trained 2 days for that fight. I took that fight right off the couch. So this fight, I had a full training camp. I trained alongside my brother Bryce Henry, a lot of other great fighters, Wanye Reed, Jeremy Pitbull Smith, Jomi Escoboza, you know, a lot of names like that.
What worked for you in there tonight, do you think?
Almost everything worked for me. You know, I went out there and I did what I wanted to do. You know, it's not really hard for me. I go out there and I get the job done, whether it's KO, whether it's UD, whether it's anything, you know.
You fought at a different weight class this time, and it's interesting because I had interviewed several fighters in the past, and they really had difficulty getting the W till they got into their proper weight class. So you fought at a different weight class. How did it feel, and will you stay in this weight class?
Fighting at a different weight class, it felt a lot difficult, because, you know, I'm fighting bigger, heavier guys and stuff like that, you know. But like I said, this is not new to me. I've been at this game over a decade, 16 years in. So you could throw him any shape, any size, anything. Bring him towards me, and I swear I'm knocking him each down.
So how did your reach advantage play in your favor during the fight?
I felt like I'm a taller guy with longer arms, and I fought he's a little bit shorter than me, and his arm's not as long as mine, but no, I just had to use my length, use my reach to, you know, advantage. I'm a taller guy, I'm 6'3", I'm way too tall for 155, so, you know, my reach did play a big factor.
Did anything surprise you tonight about his performance? Were you prepared? It looks like you were pretty prepared for everything.
Nothing shocked me, you know. I go out there and I do what I do. Like, nothing really shocks me. I've been at this game for over a decade. I done seen all the styles. I done seen everything. So nothing really shocked me. I prepared very well. Y'all see what happened. Second round KO.
And boy, it was a great second round KO.
We might be done on that right now. Here comes the mandatory in-camp from Chris Young.
Check it out, honey. He might get up, but he's not continuing.
The count of 10. We are done. That is a high-quality win for Bobby Henry.
What would you say is your signature move?
I would say my signature move is my favorite shot. It's a left hook to the body. But, you know, I got an uppercut. I got a right hand. You know, I got a lot of power, so you seen what happened.
So, Bobby, you were looking really fresh in there tonight. And you also do a little bit of modeling. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, outside of, you know, my fighting stuff, you know, I'm a model, I'm a photographer. I have a studio. Me and my business partner have our own studio in Lauderdale, where we, you know, shoot a lot of models. We do a lot of content for people. We shoot a lot of campaign work. You know, my boy Xavier D'Angelo, shout out to him, man. He's the one behind the scenes, promo, doing all this stuff for me, man. Shout out to him, man. I love that man, all my heart. He's like a brother to me. You know, but yeah, I'm a model. I feel like I look good, so that's why I just started modeling.
What's harder, fight camp or modeling?
Fight camp for sure. Fight camp is a lot harder than modeling for sure, because all you gotta do is go out there and look pretty.
Now, you come from a fighting family, and I think it's important to talk about that. Oh, kidding aside about looking handsome and who's looking fresh. It's a long legacy. Your father and your grandfather are also instrumental in developing your spirit as a fighter and your style.
You know, my grandfather was a boxer back then. My father was fighting in the military and stuff like that, you know, and it eventually trickled down to me and my brother. Now look at us, I'm 5-0 with 3 KOs as a professional boxer, and I'm 2-0 with 2 KOs as a BKFC fighter now. My brother, he's 7-1 in boxing. He's a great fighter, one of the best fighters I've ever seen with my own eyes. And he's 5-0 with 5 KOs in bare knuckle. One of the best rising stars in this sport ever. Shout out to my brother, man. I love him with all my heart. That's my heart outside of my body, man.
So what's the best advice that your brother gave you?
Stay sexy, stay pretty. Go out there. He said, come out the same way you went in.
Who do you want next?
Myself. I'm the only one that can beat me. That's what I want next. I want myself. I'm not calling out anybody. I love everybody individually. So, all the great fighters at 155, 165, or 145. I love all y'all. I don't want to call anybody out. I love all y'all. And one day in the future, we'll probably fight, but I don't call out, man. Whoever want to fight me, whoever my manager, Ryan Perez, throws at me, I sign that dotted line. We go from there.
If you had to look at history, past, present, or future, and there was one fighter you could choose to fight, who would it be and why?
A past fighter or president I would probably I would want to fight is Floyd Mayweather.
I like it, Flo.
Oh yeah, I'll fight Floyd just because I know it's a money fight. That's all. I'm about the bucks. I like the money.
So I'm curious, when you were a kid, your brother's older, describe kind of your childhood. Were you always like beating each other up? Were you always kind of testing each other? Because boys do that, you know, and being the younger brother can be a big problem. I was the older sister, so I kind of got lucky on that.
Growing up, we both respected each other. You know, my dad never played those games, you know, and I would never go out my way and disrespect my father. My father was big on no fighting, don't fight your brother. My dad didn't even allow us to spar each other. So my dad, shout out to my dad, man, shout out to my father. You know, he never played those type of games, and I always stood on all 10. You know, my father, he always instilled into my brother that, you know, never fight. Shout out to my dad.
All right, so you're not going to call anybody out, but before we go, friends, family, sponsors you'd like to thank, sir.
I want to thank God first, you know, first and foremost. You know, I want to thank my family, you know, my friends, everybody who come out supporting me right now and in the future. You know, I'm young, I'm 23 years old, and I know it's only up from here. You know, whether it's BKFC, whether it's anything in life. You know, and shout out to everybody that's back home watching this, who's going to watch this. You know, you could do it too, man. Anything you want in life, you know, go ahead and get it, man. You know, just gotta put in the work, put in the time, and each hour, each second, each minute, everything counts. You know, just be great. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's such a great way to end the interview, and you know what? That's why I so love this sport, because these fighters fight so hard, and they make their dreams come true. And in the beginning, they don't make a lot of money. They do it for the love of the sport. They're hardworking, they're athletic, and you know what? You guys are my heroes. You really are. I might start to cry. All right, thanks so much for taking the time to interview with us tonight at Bare Knuckle News. So for Bare Knuckle News, I'm Susan Singora, and this is
Bobby Henry.
And remember, and I mean remember, Bare Knuckle News fans, no one beats us to the punch.